This is Bruce Towers. You're watching FBTV. Today we have with us Wayne Pulkin of Pulkin Computer Services.
When I first started this business, nobody even knew what remote backup was.
What is a backup solution?
A backup solution for a business owner means there's a good backup copy of their data somewhere else, so in case they lose it for any reason, they can get it back. 93% of businesses who lost their data and could not get it back within 10 business days went bankrupt within a year. In another study, 50% of them said if they couldn't restore their data within 72 hours, they would go out of business.
How fast is Pulkin Computer Services restored?
Anywhere from 10 minutes to a few hours. So our time factor is almost always less than 72 hours.
What types of disaster recovery qualifies as a reliable backup solution?
There's actually 5 enemies of business data. Every hard disk will crash. 100% of them will fail. I myself have had a hard disk crash within 1 day after I got a new computer. I've had clients, they've had a hard disk crash and then 6 weeks later had another hard disk crash. Others, they've had their computer maybe for 2 years and now they've had a hard disk crash. The second one is theft. Theft of computers happens every minute of the day across the United States. That's an FBI statistic. I've had clients, one, they just stole the owner's laptop and I restored his data, and the other one, they stole all 3 of their desktop computers. The third enemy is environmental factors, such as lightning, fire, flood, wind. But lightning is probably the most prevalent one because there's 8 million lightning strikes in the United States every day.
That's going to fry something.
It's going to fry a lot of things, and lightning can strike more than 5 miles away and hit your computer. The other 2 I call little crashes. You bring up an application and you can't access it. And why can't you access it? It's virus infected. Or you had something you're working on and you bring it up the next day and part of it is gone. So viruses and software bugs are the little crashes that we excel at because there's many companies who provide disaster recovery. But we go beyond. We're disaster recovery plus. The little crashes that happen almost every day to a business, deleted files that they all of a sudden 3 days later you need it back. We can get it back to you. A lot of companies can't do that. The reason why I say we can do better is we keep multiple versions of backed up data. If you're backing up a database that you're always working on every day and all of a sudden you're missing records, we can go back 1 day or 2 days or 3 days to go back to the clean copy of that database where that record was. Where a lot of other companies, what they do is they synchronize real time. So what's there now is what they have on their server. So if it's gone off of your computer, it's gone off their server.
They don't save any priors.
They don't save any prior versions.
Right.
Whenever you have a backup solution, the files have to be encrypted for security reasons. And a lot of other companies put the onus on the business owner to keep that encryption key. If they can't find it, they lose it, then that company cannot restore their data. I keep an extra copy of my client's encryption key in my data safe. That way, when they lose it, we're able to restore that data for them. Our guarantee is we will get your data back or we'll make it right. The second thing is, while we don't compete on price, we are still affordable. From the very small home business owner up to the small businesses who have their own offices in professional office buildings.
What market do you serve? What geographic region?
Right now I have clients across the United States. I have resellers who resell my backup service in other states, but most of my clients are Metro Atlanta. The type of client that I'm looking for is a business owner who has their business in a professional office building, also medical doctors, chiropractors, and dentists that are not in hospitals but their own professional building, and home-based businesses. That's where I excel, is in the home-based business. They need as much backup security as a large company that has their own IT staff on site.
You've got clients who are so happy, Wayne, they've probably written you into their will. You save their, right? I mean, we're one of them. I'm a very satisfied customer of Pulkin Computer Services, having restored data twice in a 10-day period that was catastrophically and unexpectedly lost.
That's what gives me the joy, is when I'm able to restore the data back to a business owner and the light up of their face. Well, it's amazing.
Like us, we just would have been up a creek without a paddle.
Yes.
Just game over. What qualifies you to enjoy what you're doing?
My initial training was in the Air Force with electronics. At Bell South, I was a Unix system administrator. I created programs to help another system. I was helping everybody with their computers, but I always told them to call the helpline first before they yelled over the cubicles to me. So I got all my expertise while I was working at Bell South because I was trained in all that.
How many years at Bell South?
30 years.
Fantastic. Are there any great referral partners?
Computer companies can be resellers for me. That's what I'm really looking for. Small computer companies that are servicing their clients' computers, and they're not providing a backup service. I have a reseller plan that they can add value to their clients with my backup service. And it looks like their backup service. I configure it so it looks like theirs.
Where can people get in touch with you and learn how to contact you?
They can call me, 770-381-8611, or go to my website, www.pulkin.com.
I just don't know, a service that's more of a no-brainer than what you provide. Because we had no brain for a while and didn't have it.